That's weird. Well, it said OBS reconnected, but it's not saying that the game itself reconnected. But no, basically we have a chance to do another 10K draft. It would be a good expansion to do it because I love dinosaurs for whatever that's worth. Also, it's the fact that whatever, we're just trying to do daily quests. I want to make a point to try to play all the Galtas. And the reason why is because, you know, there's like at least 3 of them. The same way that there's so many Sarkans, there's so many different copies of all these different cards. And so if we look at it, I obviously have 2 of them. One of them is one of my favorite cards in the game, obviously, that we've seen. Paired very well with Gigantosaurus from back when I, first started playing. Those 2 cards really jumped out at me. But the other one is obviously the new one that has the busted effect that just plays everything from your hand. And then finally, there's this one, but I am not actually able to craft it. And it's not really my style because it has white involved. And whenever you attack, choose one to create a tapped XX green dinosaur with trample, where X is the greatest power among attacking creatures. Create a 1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. I mean, it is a pretty good card, but it seems to be totally random, and it doesn't look anything like Galta, right? Like, these look too tall. This one looks kind of weird and disproportionate size of his body or something. I don't get it. But either way, and yeah, why is he a vampire? I don't know what the whole storyline behind that is. But just for the memes of it or whatever, I would want to do all of them in one deck. But I still haven't gotten a chance to play the new Galta, even though he's been in my deck and everything like that. Can I buy it with gold? Actually, that's a pretty worthy exchange, right? 400 gems is a lot. So, I mean, it's still free to play because I'm using my in-game currency to buy other in-game currency, as weird as that might be. But that's a pretty good exchange rate, I think, right? Because 400 is a lot more than 1,500 gold, I think, right? Maybe it's exactly the same, and it doesn't matter, but whatever, it's still worth it. We'll buy some stupid cosmetic with it, which has been one of my great sins of this playthrough. Yeah, let's just do the daily quest. Let's see if we can play Galta. That's pretty much all there is to it. Even with this kind of deck, it wouldn't be the greatest thing in the world if I did get to play it. So since all our daily quests are to do with green, I kind of let that dictate my whole style. Let's just do both the green decks in a best of 3, and that'll be good enough. I'm sure to do them all. If you don't want to cast... Although playing 40 lands could take a long fucking time, because a lot of my mana expenditure comes just from simply the minions themselves. Always like to play first. That's fine. Some of these things are in there just for the whole dinosaur theme of it, not even because, like, really, why is this better than a lot of the ones that I use anyway? Add 1 mana of any color, spend this only to cast a dinosaur. There are other cards that have add 1 mana of any color, period. Or I guess maybe not. Maybe for 1 cost it would only be add a green is typically what you have, like the elves and stuff. So maybe I'm wrong about that, but still. Yeah, like asking me to do either of those things is so stupid. You can only get a green mana, but I only use green cards anyway. Or, oh, you can only use it on a dinosaur, but dinosaurs are pretty much all I use anyway. Or, oh, you can only use it on a creature spell, not an actual spell like this. But that's pretty much all I use anyway. So there's a lot of things that seem like negatives, but that really aren't. Write the card to put it on top of your library or in your graveyard. Okay, that's fine. Right, speaking of more mana generating minions. Fucking Super Bowl card back, football inspired random thing. We did pretty well in the best of 3s actually last time. I think I beat much higher rated opponents. Like an Emerald chick and some other highfalutin people. Not that it matters a whole lot. It seems to be a lot easier in a best of 3 format to actually be able to do that. Like, just to... what do you call it? To beat, like, higher rated opponents, or quite frankly, to even face them. Like, in a best of 1, it doesn't typically match you against people that much higher. It's kind of like classical chess on the chess, for whatever weird analogy that is. Like, there's less people playing the format overall, and so you're more likely to be matched up against higher or low rated people, or like PvZ Heroes is like that. Whereas the best of one is much more commonly played, so maybe it's not necessary to worry about that as much. Right, so you're always going to find somebody right at your level because it's not that big of a deal. That's probably an extreme waste, but I still want to do it for some reason. These tokens can just get out of hand so fast because they start to just multiply the shit out of them somehow. This one is pretty sick, whatever it's called. Yeah, so that's fine. It doesn't really seem to make much of a difference whether you're doing first and last. Like, why does it matter? Okay, now it matters. Still worth it, though. I mean, what was I going to do? I can't play around that shock forever. How much fucking land they played, though, like, for whatever aggro, slow-paced shit they're doing. Weird kind of style that they're going for. Just pay as much as you possibly can. I don't know. How exactly does it work again? When it enters the battlefield, search for library where X is the human creature with the mana value X or less and put it onto the battlefield. So, I don't know. It's this plus 2. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8. We should be able to do at least 5. Right? Because that would have been 5. I don't know. Whatever. It worked. So 5 or less, put it onto the battlefield. Not unlike Galta. Search for library. Yeah, I hear you like Gigantosaurus. So I play Gigantosaurus so I can play another one. And then, I mean, that's the ultimate. You play like a turn 5. You play like a turn 5 Gigantosaurus. And then you get to play Galta for 2 just based on that alone because it's so busted stat-wise. Like, there really aren't too many cards despite the power creep or whatever. It's just a very unique kind of card in card game history. As much as people lose their shit over a 4-mana 7/7 or whatever. Like, I still can't get over it. It's just perfect. I don't care about removal. I don't care about anything else, dude. Just give a hexproof and I'm a happy guy. Whenever a creature enters, it just feels like they're completely burned out of shit. They can't do anything. Do 1 damage storm in before he does an infinite loop combo that just one-shots me. Trample. Okay. You still get another chance to beat me. But yeah, their deck didn't seem particularly impressive at all. All our daily quests at least align to make this a speed run session. Even I hate feeling like I'm in a rush or something, but like today especially I feel like that because whatever, like I just want to do the daily quest. That's all I've really been doing with this anyway. It's just like I don't really have any format for the series. I'm just playing it just to play, saving up gold, building up our collection. The one thing I want to do at some point is to try to feel like I want to play a game that has like all 75,000 or whatever crazy number of cards the game has in it, which this game certainly doesn't have, despite being still pretty good production value and all. I'm surprised, like rather than adding new expansions and keeping up with the current game, why not go back and try to add some of the cards from the history of the game, even if they feel like they're outdated or whatever, or some of them are controversial subject matter wise or something, so you're not allowed to use them. But that's probably not the majority of them. Why does this X is the greatest power among creatures you control? I don't think I've ever even played this card before, and I almost forget what it even does. It's like, put a stun counter. I forgot about that. And he'd be willing to still not even sack anything. Whenever one or more non-token creatures you control die, create a green fungus dinosaur token with base power toughness equal to those that power the creatures. Double the creature's power until end of the turn. I actually forgot about the stun counter on that. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have just done that. But it's still surprising he just let me go face with it. Now, if I double the power, then he should be free because if I had a little more mana, I guess. Right, like he would be down to 2, but this would be costing 2. Fuck, I'm 1 mana short. Or if I did this, it would be kind of similar. Target land becomes a 4/4, but then you won't have enough still to do it. Obviously, it's not going to really matter there. I did kind of fuck up by doing that, I guess, but he still would have gotten a lot of damage through regardless. Yeah, speaking of all 75,000 or whatever number of cards there are in the game, which is way more than in this game, which only has like 10,000 or whatever, which is still a lot. In fact, I almost was convinced that that might be the majority of them because that's such an insane number, but I guess it's just been out for so long. The fact of the matter is that I'm so easily entertained that I've been playing some of the same decks and mechanics over and over so many times that it almost doesn't feel like I would need that. Right, like I barely can handle the 10,000 cards. Fights a creature you don't control. Probably make a point to do both of those. Like, probably gonna lose just from the bombardment and stuff like that. Because unfortunately, I just don't have removal for stuff ever. Like, for enchantments and stuff like that. None of my decks typically ever have that, or in some form. Oh, you know what we could have done is probably killed you if I just did that. That's so idiotic, actually. Right? Because he... What if I just did nothing else besides that? Yeah, alright, we get a chance to finish him off. Not really impressed by his deck, but again, that's kind of hard to deal with. It's a good form of aggro wish fulfillment. If you're not able to win on the board, you're still getting bonuses for stuff. It's gonna add up like that too. Let's see what we got. Play first again. Unfortunately, there's just nothing you actually can play there. And yeah, I got totally baited by some of these, like, oh, I thought these were 2 different cards, or I thought one of these was a new card, but it's just the same fucking, or it's like a different picture. Or yeah, that's what I even meant. Like, you can sacrifice it to get rid of an artifact or enchantment, so where were you last game? Because that's my only removal. The same way that you have, like, rebuke and stuff, everything always, you know, you have to be on the board. Yeah, I'd be willing to give that up actually for it. These nuts. I'm almost thinking of donuts whenever I see their name. Donuts was taken, so they just happened to put a Z instead randomly. They wouldn't make some other stupid juvenile joke, of course. Beginning of your phase, do that. You can wait for now, but maybe that I could live to regret that. But then again, I do have another one of those too. Isn't this 12k pumpkin pet worth it? Each pumpkin was 4,000 gold down the fucking drain. One of them just goes to the wind. But that between that and what other cosmetic did I get? I got like maybe some like whatever weird card back or something. Okay. I didn't actually mean to do that at all. I don't know what I'm doing. I just skipped the thing for no reason. Okay, that doesn't help him too much. Imagine if I lose now because of that. Like I just skipped my actual play phase for no reason. Or no, I can still do it now. This game does feel like it would be a pain to play in real life because it's so complicated that some of these interactions and loops and crazy things would be so nuts. That's part of the beauty of a digital card game. I'm not saying it works perfectly all the time and people question the roller and the whatever RNG of drawing stuff. The reality is that it wouldn't. It's just convenient that the automated element of it. Short target artifact or enchantment against haste till end of turn. Okay, that's probably worth it. You attack with both of those, that'd be pretty much fine too. That we should just wait. You can get first strike, which is obviously a fuck up then to do that. At least you get a little damage through. Or I almost should have just gone all in with everybody. Right, just rush him down before he can even do anything. This would be probably worth it. Reach for each non-human creature you control. You may have that creature assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. Why do you even have to say it like that? Why not just say assign its combat damage to their face? Or you may have that creature attack your opponent directly. Or attack your opponents directly. Because it always does stuff in a plural sense. Because it acts like every game is a 2v2. I don't know to what extent that matters in the real game or whatever, just like why that wouldn't be more of an emphasis in this game. They're too lazy to change the card text, but they would still go through that. This guy is actually going to be pretty hard to get rid of, the stupid 4/4. First strike can be a tough mechanic. All I have to do is use like a rebuke or something, which I don't have. How much can I actually do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I can't because I think it's obviously that plus 2. So unfortunately, I can't do anything. Fuck. See, this is what can slow you down for so long. Not that he's playing like a control deck where that's necessary, but this is just an annoying card. 4 mana 4/4 with first strike. Whenever you cast an instant spell, it deals 1 damage to opponent. Or yeah, it's like to each opponent. Terror of the Peaks. I haven't been this nervous about Twin Peaks since that David Lynch show starring whoever the fuck his name is. Enter the battlefield, you may reveal dinosaur. If you do, gain 3 life. Not really all that impressive, but it's okay. Okay, this should be fine because whatever you want to trade, go ahead and do it. Either you'll do it with the 4/4 and you'll get the first strike, but it doesn't matter because... Or you'll just tank it like that, alright. Oh shit, as much as I talk shit about dragons whenever I play as them, whenever it attacks, deal 4 damage to any target and 3 up to 2 other targets. That's still not quite enough to do anything, but... Just the flying alone should kill me. These are some pretty good ones. Terror of the Peak. 5 mana 5/4. Spells your opponent cast to target it, cost additional. You should just be able to do both of these, which unfortunately won't save me at all. Oh yeah. It's almost like you should be dead, but not quite. Fuck. Thought you should maybe lost that too? I don't understand how. That was kind of a weird one. Rakuseth and Terror of the Peaks. This isn't even a fucking dragon though. Not even saying they're that great value. Like it's 7 mana 7/7, but there are some pretty cool effects in there. So Drakuseth and Terror. I'll look to see, but I can't even make them because I don't have any wild cards like that. It's amazing how it always comes down to that. Like, just flying stuff always wrecks me because I don't have any flying stuff myself. Or I don't even have too many reach ones. There should be more dinosaurs with reach. Like, they have a long neck so they can counteract shit from the sky. Like, what? How else would you explain it? Or it's like a pterodactyl or something. There's really not too many things like that. So we played 21 things there, 40 lands. Actually takes a while to do. Let's see the best of 3 with the other one. So we, once again, don't get to play Galta with that either. Like, it's literally impossible to play Galta ever in my life. Now, this one's a little more hybrid, like the whole hexproof thing. The deep gods are Chimli's children who walk among the Oltec, and once helped shatter the shell that once contained their mother. The chief deity of the Oltec is Ojer Hak, and all the deep gods have temples dedicated to them in the core, although Aklazat's places of worship are rather hidden. You get new daily quests every 24 hours. You can have 3, yeah, right. Reroll them once per day, but I mean, I can only do all this shit once a week, just by the nature of my own format. It almost seems like a sadistic way to play stuff that it's like it's free to play. People say it's pay to win. But not only does that not deter me, it's also like I make it even harder for myself. Either I don't play enough, or I play once a week, or I, like with PvZ, I do a no crafting thing. Like, I create all these other conditions and formats too, as if that innate nature of just doing free to play and stuff and playing for the first time is not enough. But I enjoy kind of the journey too. So the joke's really always on them. Like, it's not even defending a business practice or how something's designed in an insidious way to try to, make people want to buy stuff. But if everyone was like me, nobody actually would, because I enjoy the journey as much as the destination, so it doesn't matter. I don't know why this one's taking so long. It says entry match. You're gonna cuck me from even being able to do my daily quest? Like, I'm not even trying to do anything. Although that last match was so shameful. I don't understand how I could have possibly lost that. That fixed deck wasn't good at all. How is it possible? And why does it say entering match then? Or does it always say that and I just don't notice? It does seem to be a little bit slow. Like, it DC'd once at the beginning, which is maybe my fault, but then after that, green or blue would be kind of easy to do. Oh yeah, let me look at those dinosaurs, even though I can't make anything. Or forget it. Or not dinosaurs, dragons. I'm so obsessed with dinosaurs. Yeah, this one has like a lot of other weird shit in there. Like maybe Turgrid and maybe the hexproof stuff and whatever, that 5 cost thing that lets you as black that costs them like 5 health or discard a card every time they play a spell, which of course includes creature spells too, which is a little bit crazy, but I don't know why this is hard to find. River Heralds are nomadic bands of merfolk that live in harmony with the natural world. They once unified to defend Orazka, but ultimately failed and were hit hard by the Phyrexian invasion. Why does that sound so out of place? Hit hard. They have now migrated underground to only discover freshwater ocean untouched and unspoiled beneath the earth. Why does that sound so ominous though? That sounds like such a good thing. Migrated underground. If your future use one of your 30 seconds extensions if available. So come on, dude. Why is it taking so long? I guess it's just like a weird time on a weird day. Nobody's playing on Christmas Day. Christmas night. I love how whenever I go to Walmart or something, I'm in like the frozen aisle and I see a fucking ad for Magic the Gathering Arena. It's like on these little hot pockets or something on like the box. Like I'm not saying you can't advertise, but it just seems so random. Why specifically that? Why don't I see an ad for the Avatar game on my toaster strudels? Or why don't I see an ad for Path of Exile on my Eggo waffles? Or something, Rocket League on my little frozen pizzas? Like, what the fuck is this, dude? You gotta have more variety. It's such a specific and random thing. Oh, fuck you, dude. I don't have time for this shit. Why is it being like this? Well, like I just said, it's probably because... Let's just do best of one. Hard match. Why is it like that? Why did it do all this? Play rank. Oh, it like reset my thing. Historic. This thing. So yeah, we played as these decks with Galta in there, or at least that one deck with Galta in there, at least a couple episodes worth. Obviously, until I lose, then I stop playing as it or something. I kind of do a rotation round robin type of thing, but still, generally speaking, there's no reason why I shouldn't have been able to play it at least once. It's like the Curse of Sargeras. Whenever I get a new card or something I'm excited to play, then organically I never get a chance to play it. So that happened with Sargeras, where even after all this time, I still never played it. Now, I haven't played as Warlocks much lately or anything like that, but still, somehow I never got to play him. And that happened, I guess, a little bit with the Dark Matter Dragon Fruit. It's certainly happening with Galta. It happened with the Carnage Tyrant for a while. It happened with that Toxic guy, who's like the Rush one with Ward or whatever. Whenever I get something cool, it takes me a super long time to actually get around to playing it. Maybe because, yes, the curve is such that it's like a higher cost thing, and my decks are so shitty that I can't get to that point. The Warrior Poet of the Sun Empire. While she was victorious entering match. I mean, it said that last time too, but it let me cancel, so that means that maybe here it's a guaranteed thing. I'm not sure. This is kind of dumb, man. Maybe I shouldn't even worry about doing this. But all I wanted to do is the daily quest. Like, that feels appropriate. So I get whatever cool cosmetic. Like, I want to see you actually test that too. If I play once a week like I normally do, but I do the daily quest every single time during an expansion, does that mean I'll be guaranteed to get to like level 35 on the thing? Because it almost feels like that should be enough, but I think it'll be a bit short. Like last season I did that, but that was just because I was trying to push hard for that Tim Burton card back thing, but it almost makes it seem like the servers have an issue, but it must just be that nobody's there. But the first match wasn't that hard to find. Was Christmas pretty good, I guess? How about you? It's still going on, I guess. What time is it? You got like an hour left or something? Fuck's sake. It makes it impossible to find a game in Magic Arena, though. That's the downside. I guess I could complete the daily quest against like a bot or something. Or maybe I should just reset the game. How can it be this hard to find, man? How did we find that first match so easily then? Start of a new Master Pass begins with a new set. Lasts about 3 months, which is a little bit too short. Be more like 4. When are we gonna get the My Little Pony crossover expansion? The way that they teased with some of the art in there. Like, that almost seems like a joke that you would make. Like, oh yeah, haha, they have all these other weird crossovers that they do. So when's it gonna be before they have a My Little Pony one? When ponies fly in Magic the Gathering, that'll be the day. But they unironically have that. Post Malone, Transformers, Lord of the Rings is at least a good one, but still. Gotta have a Star Wars one. I don't fucking know. Like, every random universe possible. $2 p.m. for you. Sun Empire is a proud and ancient imperial something something. Completing quests is the best way to earn gold. Yeah, I'm totally not trying to do that right now. I mean, look, dude. This is gonna turn into a just chatting episode because there's nothing I can do. How long am I supposed to wait? I'll unironically play against AI if I have to. I don't care. Will that count towards the quest? I don't even know. I'll reset, but then I'll try to do that. Like, what could I do? Maybe it is something with my client. Let me just restart. Did I get any presents? Not really. I don't really do that kind of thing, like I said. I don't really do anything for it, period. Or yeah, we gotta watch the ball drop on New Year's. That's the really exciting thing to do for the other upcoming holiday, which at least that's more of a universal thing. New Year's has nothing to do with any particular country. It's just, well, I guess some countries celebrate it on a different day though, like the Lunar New Year or whatever for like China has its own date and stuff like that. But that's at least more of a universal thing. Christmas still has too much specific vibe to it. Even in the context of a particular country, it then falls under a particular faith, like, oh, it has to do with Christianity and nativity scenes and all this kind of random shit that's like, oh, I didn't even take that off. Whoops. But it did actually work at least. The most toxic player in Magic the Gathering, but he's using white. What the fuck? At least use a toxic deck and live up to your name. Rats you control. Menace. Divine Mare's gonna give the bonus mana here. This thing I do like a lot because it stops them from hiding all this shit away. They'll just have to sack it all in because I want them to. Protection from black is gonna be okay here. Okay, see you later. He came in twice, but he had to leave pretty quickly both times. Wild shape I don't have to worry about. Okay, hurry up. Let me get this fucking turtle out so I can actually do something with my life here. Because that would actually be pretty good. Menace, a creature with... Look how innocent that rat actually looks. Some would dare say... Yeah, some people even keep like rats and stuff as pets. You know, it's an interest. I'm not even bashing it. I'm just saying it can be a little bit surprising that that's the thing. Let's not do that, but then we'll force him to attack into us. It can sometimes be a bad thing, but create a 1/1 black rat. So I'm gonna get rid of those two for sure. The rats themselves don't really matter to me too much. The famous last words of everybody during the Black Plague: whenever a creature you control dies, each other player sacrifices a creature. Are you serious? As long as I have the turtle, I'm fine. That's such a fucking annoying card, man. Fine, maybe I don't need the carrot head. I don't care. These two alone can carry me, especially because they'll, well, but I can't keep up with that because, well, fuck it, I don't care then, I'll just go phase. Like, I don't care about trading in the stupid little rats. I'll only do it if it's something actually worthwhile. I'll just let them hit me in the face then. Return Triumphant, the return target creature with mana. This is such a troll card. Holy shit, I hate this. Whenever a creature you control die, like, it's just so annoying. I should have that in one of my decks, the same way that I have all the ones that prevent you from using spells and stuff. And Turgrid's Lantern. I don't think I've ever played herself. I've only played the Lantern part. I don't really like her effect as much, or maybe it requires some synergy, I forgot. Okay, that might be worth killing. Wait, how? Oh, obviously, he just summoned that. Like, normally, I was gonna say, how come he don't have to attack? Each player sacrifices 2 creatures, which I don't really want to do, but... Or he'll just sacrifice the stupid fucking rats. Beginning of end step, each opponent uses X life. Okay. I don't know. You can kill these 2. You'll have to give up 2 things. I'll keep the angler turtle out there. I can't even play this stupid guy because I don't have the blue mana for it. Wouldn't Menace make it so that... Yeah, I wouldn't even really be able to do that because I'd have to double block it, which isn't even worth doing right now. I hate to say it, but I almost don't even care whether I win or lose. I just want to do whatever daily quest shit, which will take a while because you have to play like 40 lands, which even as much of a mana fiend as I am, I get so much of it from minions, so I don't actually end up playing that many lands. EU lost to rats, am I right? Haha, I'm role-playing as the EU right now from a couple centuries ago. Let's do, get rid of that. Well, that doesn't matter. Gains hexproof. I mean, I'm still choosing to do it myself, so it doesn't matter. I mean, look at what an impact this thing still has. Your next turn, you may exile. I don't care. So the death touch I don't want to get rid of. The only thing I do want to get rid of is that. I don't have to keep face tanking all these rats. At the very least, it's good for that because it'll make it so you can't block. But the other reason, obviously, that's more important is so you can't hide these things away. Like whatever stupid effects like that. I'll have to do Soul Warden. I'll get rid of the Carotid. None of these other things matter too much. Or no, I'll have to wait till the next turn to do that. That's still okay if I can ever like do anything here. Why do they keep switching positions like that? Okay, we'll be able to deal with the Soul Warden, and it doesn't matter if these two are tapped. We may as well just attack with them now because I'm not going to block anything else, even at my own peril. This dude was in the running to be one of my favorite cards in the game if he didn't have that stupid 2 negation. And there's an interesting argument to be made because think about it. It's a 4-mana 6/6 with hexproof, but the cost of it is so high that you can't cast non-creature spells. The 2 is both the positive and the negative because it means that you can play non-creature spells, but it also means that it loses hexproof. So it can benefit your opponent and it can benefit yourself. Now, since this is black, technically shouldn't that be immune to it because, you know, it does have protection from black, so it was a result of a black card. As long as you have the Angler Turtle, you can deal with anything, dude. Literally the MVP GOAT card in card gaming history that at least forced you to stop playing like a total clown. So I can't even do it. So, hurry up. So you could easily just kill me. You could literally just take it to the face and then he's guaranteed to win. Didn't even have to do it. We can place a creature. It's certainly not going to be the turtle. Or maybe he is one short still. Well, like I said, he didn't even have to block that. I guess he didn't know what else I may or may not have. You gain life equal to his toughness. Yeah, I should kind of do the math on the mastery tree thing. See, like, how far would I get if I just completely ignore, or if I only just do the daily quest? We could still maybe win, but I don't see exactly how. Oh, fuck. Bro, that card is fucked, bro. Grave Pact. I mean, as usual, I have no answer for it, but I'll let the turtle carry me as he's done the whole time. Even if we lose, I'm not going to blame him. He deserves a moment in the spotlight of honor because this is just... If only he was a little less expensive, like a 5-mana 3/5, just to do the effect. Okay, that was a surprise loss, but a lot of these have been a little bit surprising, like even the best of 3. I didn't think I would lose that. So let's see how many lands we got left. We have 22 more lands to play, but how? How is that possible? We didn't do the best of 3 with that one. We did a best of 1 with it. But whatever, we didn't do a best of 1 with this one either. I just kind of like to alternate them, but there is no other real format to it besides that, just to see like which one does better. So we both lost with those. If you cast a card that isn't actually in your hand, Tiamat Side Chick. Good name, I guess. Okay, this should work out pretty well. We're gonna have this one for a long time too. What exactly are they looking at though in the middle? I don't know what the whole story or lore for it is. Okay, 5/5, 3-mana 5/5. If you haven't completed it, return it to its hand and venture into the dungeon. And I thought my RP was bad. Haha. RP in the middle of a card game. Lose 1 life, fine with me. Go here, then we'll really ramp it up. Yeah, just gotta play 20 fucking more lands, which would be impossible in this game anyway. We'll do this and then we'll do a best of 3, and that should definitely be enough. Best of 3 with the other one, or maybe if I win this, I'll keep doing it, but... Feel a dinosaur, not like there's much variety, but he would never guess that I would have 2 of them. When it enters the battlefield, roll a d20s, try 2. My favorite d20 effect that we've seen in the game is that 7/7 dragon for green. It's a good dragon card, that's how you know it's not red. But basically, you know, you can get a +20/+20 to 2 different things. Up to, which is insane. One of the best dragons in the game, actually decently statted, and an amazing effect, and it's green. What could be better than that? Haste until end of turn. And that at least opens the door for trading the death, whatever, what was it? I was gonna say like death proof. I'm mixing hex proof with death touch. Hex touch or death proof. Kind of a waste of the effect there, but it's okay. Yeah, let me double check the thing and see how far I am on it. The mastery tree thing. Can take quite a bit of the face there, so I'm surprised by that. Reminds you of the Heart of Darkness. That's almost exactly what it looks like, yeah. Like some kind of that looks so realistic. Like it's actually a real picture of a river. That doesn't look like a fictional universe. Oh, here we go. We're gonna get milled out randomly. Be close to dying. I wonder if I'll be able to do it. But that's what's funny about mill decks. What if I have a 250 card deck? You would never be able to mill me out then. How would you even know? You know what I mean? Like, it's so much flexibility. Sometimes they have a hard time milling me out even when I only have 60 cards. So how the fuck would you do it with 250? This is just like a hard counter element. Yeah, people say that this game has a lot of bots, but I have a hard time really telling. Maybe just because I haven't played the game enough to know, or it doesn't seem to, even if there are, it doesn't seem to hurt the experience that much. It's like, not that big of a deal. Warrior Poet of Sun Empire, while she was victorious in leading defense against the Phyrexian invasion, thanks to the Healy's warning, it came at a great cost. With her companion dinosaurs corrupted and her spark quieted, she now looks for the future of the Empire buried somewhere in its ancient past. Couple lands there, that should be okay. Actually, that was kind of a mistake because I need like a generator minion here. Okay, dude. You have so many 2 or 1 cost things that give you mana. You have so many lands. You have so many things that are just already 2 or less. Unbelievable. Yeah, but this guy is actually not that bad. He was in my decks originally. He's like one of those ones you start with or whatever. And then I took him out for some reason, but then I put him back in. That was at least a transformative play where you can actually do something. Holy shit, dude. Just drag it out as much as possible when all I wanted to do was... Ever seen anybody half asleep play Magic the Gathering Arena? Oh right, it's 2023. Skull emoji, haha. Fuck. You know what? Difference of 1 cost doesn't matter. That's like I want to do it, but this guy's just pissing me off. Like, you're too slow. It doesn't matter. Like, okay, you win. I don't care. It's actually just pissing me off. Just let me fucking do it. They're doing all these elaborate, crazy things. Like, who cares? Yeah, we have enough to do a 10k draft. Obviously, I wouldn't do it this time, but just in general, I should either save it for the beginning of next expansion or I should do it now. Or what I wanted to see was also the tree, just to see how close we are to like the level 35 thing. We're level 16, which doesn't seem that good, but it might be okay because the amount of experience you really need going forward ends up being basically the same for all of them. Or now I can craft the other Galta, I guess. I won't even count that defeat per se. So I still get to play as this one. Like, I will literally just do this to fucking play land and just, you know, because you're never going to play that many in one game. 14. That seems very unlikely. Why is everybody so slow, dude? Oh, fuck. At least we have the Bronzodon to deal with that. Okay. Ram is beating upkeep, you gain 1 life. Not that big of a deal. That might be one of the only times I actually resigned a game in my whole time playing this game, when it didn't seem like, you know, it's not like a sure thing that I'm going to lose. And even then, I normally don't resign. I let them actually play it out. You can certainly take advantage of that, but imagine doing that rather than enter the battlefield, create a 1/1 when you attack with 3 or more creatures. Transform it, create a 1/1 for 3 though. You could just do the same thing there, too. Kind of worth it, I guess, but I won't have another chance to do that then. Well, we played I hate doing this, but we played the bulk of the lands probably that we get to play. That's all I'm trying to do. Like, this is just stupid, but it doesn't matter. A9. Let's see how long this is gonna take to. I'll just make a deck with literally only land just to do it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done this actually in the experience of playing the game. I normally play with a sense of honor, but it's okay. I guess sometimes I would resign just, but it would be like I know I'm gonna lose, not just that, oh, I've played the fucking whatever, I'm trying to do a daily class kind of thing. You have this is pretty good. Put you in the face. You need like 10 more lands, so you'd have to play 1 more after this no matter what. Oh my god, why so many of these white fucking things? Maybe this is why people say, oh, these must be bots who are doing this. But it's just totally the sort of thing a player would do anyway. Like, if that was the common meta thing to do. Not even that it's meta, but it's like maybe a budget way to still make a decent deck. The white might definitely be the best at that. It would have to be, otherwise why would you see this all the fucking time? I should have just rebuked one of these. Now it'll drag out forever. So you've already played your land, you should just... Fuck. Why do you have to be so slow, bro? But yeah, we certainly could have played that anyway, too. Well, okay, today I'll make the exception because I just don't have the patience for this. I just don't care. Give me the fucking lands, it's okay. I mean, I normally like to do 2 in 1, like where you get to, you know, you play the game out like normal and you're doing it in the way, but whatever. This would be the shittiest episode of the series ever. But I'll definitely not do that again. Yeah, it's just not fun if you do that. Like, what's the point? Or yeah, I'd rather just make a deck then with only lands in it, so you'll have a better chance. Or at first we were having trouble even finding a queue or a match. Okay, let's get those two, which is not really quite enough. But I guess at least you have other mana generating stuff in here. Because you gotta play 8 more. Again, I don't care. Just let me do it, please. For a while, I didn't even care about doing the daily quests. Like, even when I would play for longer periods of time, I just wouldn't even do them because, you know, I didn't care that much. But just for the sake of it, it seems worth it. Like, that's the one form of consistent progress that I can make, despite how little I play. Not that I'm doing every daily quest, obviously, but if you do an average, you know, you do 3 a week, it's still something. Okay, what a surprise. Flying white healing deck. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Best deck variety ever. Which again, he must be a bot because of it then. Because yeah, people would be using something actually optimal, even mythic, even in the current expansion. This wouldn't be good enough. Just the same white heal buff shit. Not that this seems exactly the same, but... Problem with even making an only land thing would be it would take forever because, or I mean, you won't necessarily last that long if you're not doing anything. Then it almost would look like an easy win if you could actually just do this. I don't know. Good way to deal with flying. I don't know what all the stuff under it is going to do if he dies. Nothing, apparently. Flying lifelink again. Whatever, his skill phase. He's got too much health. It's always like that when you are playing a game like for the first time, a card game like for the first time, or early on, you have to play everything like it's aggro anyway to have your best chance. So even if it seems like a mid-range deck, even if it seems like you have decent cards, your win condition is still early because if it lasts a little too long, then there's nothing you can really do about it. Right, you're not gonna have the card quality to live up to control type stuff. So no matter what you do, you're kind of fucked. Oh my god. Alta, we keep getting to play the wrong Alta though, unfortunately. You really don't even need a hex, or I mean trample on there. Can't be countered, hex proof, pretty much sums up everything I like. Fun and interactive, but in a way it is, because you have to actually deal with it once it's there. Okay, take that, you got only a few left. You probably should just win here, no? Okay, so you should only have like 4 more left to do, which would be easy to do in the next game. I just lost like 4 in a row and it's giving me a rank for 1 win. That's 5 more then. Deep gods makes it sound like the outer gods or the old gods or whatever for the fucking Cthulhu type shit. Okay, 5 lands. 5 lands is not that hard to do. You got 3 of them right there. That's it, dude. Speed running daily quest, not even fucking trying to play the game. On a day that is not exactly meant for this, but I had to do it anyway as part of my normal schedule, which is fine, but I'm tired. Come on, bro. Okay, that's 4. Like, I don't even have to do anything else. You literally need 1 more plus these 2, unless you're gonna win outright before then. That one looks pretty good. Basic land. There it is, like it's meant to be. What is that icon? Amass Orcs 1. Don't think too hard, dude. It's a 3 attack fucking minion on like turn 2, bro. Just make a move. Oh my god. Just let me do it this one time. I keep forgetting to look at that thing too. I'm level 16 though. That would give you a pretty good indication, like, it's not guaranteed to be that easy. Okay, just stall it out. It's alright. What is this? Orcish Bowmasters. Yeah, Taurus, we're getting a lot of tree going on. Okay, just do those 2. You're good to go. Come on. Yeah, I've conceded more in this one episode than I ever have in the whole time playing this game. Or probably in card game history. I would sometimes do it in Hearthstone a lot when I would just get salty about some matchup or something. But usually I still let the game play out, but then I'd still be salty and do it then. You can do whatever, block it. Why does it feel like they're trolling me on purpose? Just like they know the guy has to just get a daily quest before he falls asleep. Oh my god, man. It doesn't matter what you do because you win anyway. All I want to do is fucking do that and I'll concede. In principle now I almost want to beat you, but who knows if that's gonna happen or not. The 2 main trample ones you're gonna have is Galta and what's that other one? Oh, the Brontodon thing. Can both be pretty good as finishers and stuff. Holy shit. Just go do a Grim Patron combo loop. Like, this is what this turn is gonna be. We might have already done it. I don't know if that's just an extra one. But just for the sake of it, we'll try it. Oh my god. Okay, that should be it, hopefully. I hate doing that. It's not something I'm gonna do much, but it's alright. Once we get a cosmetic, we stick to it for a long time. So you'll see Frodo and Sam there. You'll see the Tim Burton thing. You'll see whatever. Okay, see you tomorrow.